Hiya. It's Monday morning. It is 8 minutes past midnight. Now, I'm employing a different method this week. I'm off to Scotland. Normally, I set off sort of 3 in the afternoon, 4, 5 in the afternoon, whatever it may be. And I get there for later on in the night and I have a decent sleep. So what I'm trying to do this week is I'm going to set off now, drive up there, get there for, should be around 6 in the morning I reckon. Get there at 6, I might be able to have an hour, just a bit of a refresher, and then get on with what I've got to get on with. I'm revisiting a job that I have done previously, or I was on previously. And the reason is, I got a phone call last week. Now, I was on a data centre, and this is just for a bit of transparency, right? I was on a data centre last week. I earned about 700 quid. The week before that, I earned about 500 quid. And this was because of a thing called a benchmark. Now, what happens is they complete one level or one area of a data center. Data centers are just basically copy and paste, copy and paste. Once that's been signed off and everybody's happy with it, you have to do it. That's what you have to do. I don't agree with that because people don't work the same. People work slightly differently. And all it is just one other person's opinion. They turn up and go, no, I don't like that. Take it out and reinstall it at your own cost. Because they're not going to pay you to do it twice if they deemed you've done it wrong once. And it didn't just happen to me. It happened to a lot of people. But also, the companies that we were working for or subcontracting to, they're out of pocket as well. Because they have to sort of substantiate the purchase of the cable and, you know, and the lugs and the gland, well, not so much the glands, but the lugs for definite. And last week I got stood down and I said, look, I'm going to go and sit in my van, give me a ring when you've got something for me. Nobody phoned me. I did, however, get another phone call. Can you come to this particular job? Start on Monday. So I said yes. Now, it's midnight here, right, in Norfolk. It's 7 degrees. I have been checking the weather, and in Edinburgh, I think now it's 0 degrees. So apparently today it's going to rise to the skin blistering temperature of 2 degrees. Woof. Better get the factor 30 out. But apparently the building is all insulated now, all the windows are in, and the heating's on. So that's nice. At least at work I won't be freezing to death. Might be a different situation when I'm in the van. Anyway, that's 4.5 minutes of rambling on, or thereabouts. So I shall see you when I get there, and I'll take you on a tour of what we've got to do this week in Edinburgh. See you in a bit. Well, I think I got here about 7:15 this morning. I had to have a little bit of a nap at Wetherby. The blinks were getting a bit long. so I thought, yeah, time to pull over and have a rest. I'll show you what I'm doing now. All of this needs to go in there, and this is how we're going to do it. Right, you might be saying to yourself, that one's not even on the rack. Correct. What I'm going to do is tie it to the side of the rack, because there's another piece of 100mm going to go in there, and then I can sweep it round and into there. Now, this is a control cable, and in typical control cable fashion, look at the state of it. So I'm just in the process of cutting it out and pulling it back so it looks presentable, and then I've got to turn all the rest of them into there and put another row underneath. And then whoever's done this previously has done a half decent job of it, because they haven't come straight down. They've allowed a little sweep to the back, which then allows me to get my cables in and let them sweep down, and then we can turn them into the switches. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 cables in here to do, and some earths, because I see them there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think maybe that is that. Oh no, it's about 5 earths, I think, and 8 cables. So there's a good lump of work. We'll see how long that takes. The first problem, see if I can solve it. Tie wrap. I need to get it off. I can't get any cutters in the top, and I can't get any cutters in to the recess of the strut. So what I'm going to try and do is use Emu. Oh, it slipped off. Let's try again. Wait a second. Another one. Ah, that one went better. Yes, boy. How much do your snips cost? Yeah, if you're going to buy a pair of these brand new, about 1,200 quid. Do you know what the most frustrating part is with this? Is you're sorting things out, and although you are getting somewhere, it feels like you're not. It really feels like you're just wasting your time. I've got some cables tied up, I've got the plate nearly marked, and I've got this done and that done, but until you start actually putting something into the panel up there, I'm getting better, look, I'm getting better. You don't feel like you're achieving anything. It feels like it takes forever. Right, then what I've got now is I've got a cable that I can't quite identify size-wise. So if it possibly could be a 70mm FP, which would take it from a 40mm gland up to a 50S gland, or it might be a 70mm and it is a 40, so I'm going to have to physically check it now. I'm going to strip it with those, physically actually check it and see if the gland fits on, and then I can proceed, because if I drill the hole in there and it's a 50 and I only need a 40, knackered, aren't I? And if it's a 40 and I need a 50, that means I've got to redo it, which it can be done, but it's just a pain. So I'm just going to check this to make sure. Oh, so it is. Well, the back nut fits. I'll have to see if the front bit does though. Oh, groovy. Okie doke, so I can use a 40mm, that's good. Happy with that. Now there's something strange. I've got two 4-core 35mm, right? They're FPs. The FP is, how you can tell, see, you've got your colour, and then you've got the white on the inside, and then in here as well there's more paper to insulate it against fires. But put that over, that doesn't go over that, and that doesn't go over that. So although that's a 32mm gland on those cables, what usually happens with the FP cables is you go up to the next size. So a 32mm gland will fit 25, 35 and a 50mm, right? So you'd expect that a 35 FP would just go up to a 50mm but still fit in a 32mm gland. This isn't the case. Yet the 70mm FP fits in a 40. Are you following this? It's not straightforward, I'm afraid. So now the laws of cable jointing apply, that I have got to put a 40mm gland on that 35mm because it doesn't fit into a 32. But the problem arises that the armourings aren't as thick as a 40mm glands, 40mm cables armourings are. 40mm, 70mm. Oh my god, even I'm confused now. So we might have issues getting the gland on and getting it to tighten. Oh. In the words of Derek Trotter, launch 2, Rodney, launch 2. I've got a tester, I've got it on, so I made the test. That has still got a few more threads, so it will still tighten up. It's not spread too far. It's a fairly well oversized cable, to be quite honest, with the PVC and the rest of it, so it fits. So I'm going to drill 3 40mm holes now. That's not the best light, is it? Ooh, that's even worse. You can see me. Go. Right, that's them two in. So now I've got 70mm to go in, but I know whether you can see this, the temporary lights. So that is wrapped around it. Now what I don't want to do is get this caught. What time is it? 2:25 past. So they said if they go to break, they'll come back from break and take the temporary lights out and redo them. So what I might do, seeing as we're in the West End of Edinburgh, round the corner from this job is what I like to call a charity shop street, and there's quite a bit of it. I went there last time I was here, got a couple of little bits but nothing much. So I'm going to have a walk around now and I'm going to go and see if they've got any goodies for me, because this is going alright now. Now I know everything's flowing in, I've got that, that's my next hole to hit, and then what I want to do once that one's in is, oh no, there's another one on that level, so there's probably another one going there, and then the next cables are coming on the level down, and then there's the big one, you can't, just there it is there, look. That one is a 150, so I'm going to put that one like sort of here-ish, and then that one will dip down below the rest of them. So now that's all flowing nicely, we're happy days. So yeah, I think I'm going to go and have a look around the charity shops. Let's see if I can find anything good. See if there's any posh people throwing stuff away. I'm working on here, I'm working with a lad called Shorty. So I said to him, do us a favour mate, I said go to the stores will you and get me your set of ladders. There's some Youngman ladders out there, step ladders. Anyway, so yeah, no bother mate, no bother, off he goes. I've been gone for ages and I'm thinking, well I can't get on. So I'm thinking, what's he doing? And I was just ready to go and find him. Next thing you know, Shorty brought clo. Sorry. I made Shorty up. I'm working on my own. That's what happens when you work on your own. You get like, go around the bend a little bit. Anyway, I'll show you where I go from the charity shop, shall I? Right then, first out of the bag is a replay jacket. Like a tracksuit top type of thing. There's the, and that was 24 quid. The zip is broken, but I bought some zips so I can fix that. Next one, just a canvas belt, but Dolce & Gabbana. I checked, it does fit me. And lastly, just a big baggy jumper. It's like a double XL, but it's Barber. And that was 20 quid. I might take a walk back along on maybe Thursday because there was some other stuff. There was 2 shops that were closed, and it always pays to have a check-in again because they obviously replenish the stock. So there might be something else. There was a couple of things that I ummed and ahed about. There was a pair of North Face shorts, and I was like, North Face shorts, but they were like 20 quid for a pair of shorts. I thought, it's not a bit much. And then there was a North Face puffer jacket coat, and I was umming and ahhing with that as well. So I might go back and have a look at that. But I also had a look for some vinyl, but couldn't find anything good. So anyway, oh, and there was a Nicole Farey jumper, which I thought, is that a woman's, is it a man's? I don't know, because it was just hung up, it wasn't in a section. And I thought, Nicole Farry, but it was only light. So I might ask the daughter if she fancies, she enjoys a charity shop. Anyway, I'm going to get some more work done. See you in a bit. It's morning number 2. So that's what we got achieved yesterday, those 3. They're swept in. I've just got that one pulled up into where we want to be, and then that one's going to drop round into there. So I've got the banjos to drill, that one to drill, that one to put away, and then those 3 have got to go in underneath those 4, and then we've got the big fella 150, which again, the other piece of rack's going to go in, come through, that's going to turn, but I'm going to give that the biggest sweep so it'll follow those 120s. So that's the plan for today. Would you ever go with that? Where was I looking? Was it TikTok or Instagram? I can't remember. There was a bloke on there the other day, he was 90 metres up. Can't be 90 metres. Did he say 90 metres? He was in a tower block in London. He had one of those things, but it was a lot bigger. It was huge. And he took a bloke up, or he was up, and the bloke operating it had to operate it because it was so big that you need a specific license to drive it. I mean, I'm all for working at heights and stuff, but 90 metres? That was alright though. It wasn't anything to do with cycling, it was just fixing the bloke's chimney across the road, or having a look at it. Rightio, I need to get a measure on a 95mm, 4-core 95mm, so I'm going to pull it up to the rack, and I'm going to put my measuring cable on. I'll just show you how I'm going to do that. So it's this cable here, needs to go up, sort of in there, comes along, and then it's going to sweep round and into that one. You've seen me put glands on before. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to measure that from start to finish. So firstly, I need to get it up so I can get a correct measure. So I'm hoping that this will do the trick. Yeah, that not slipping. Might as well cut this as well because it is only goes in that top one there, so it's really short. Let's have a look. Use the on the tools tape measure that we got when we went to the awards last time. Didn't go last year, I went the year before. Over a metre, so I'll give it 1200. Like if I had like that, get it measured. If I had some hair, put it in a ponytail. Lucky cable. Big bird. Sesame. Big energy. So he's trying to come through there again. Listen close. Oh no, he stopped. That's going to be costly. Morning, it's the start of another day. Now, it doesn't look like it, but it's still dark. That's weird, because it doesn't look like it's dark on camera, but it is dark. And it's 10 to 8. What's going on with that? Anyway, I've got to go and get a permit. That's why I'm up so early. I was going to point this out last night. Not that I've got an itchy head. I did an error. So if you look, so I've got that one terminated, and then this one here, look. If you can see, can you see? Look, I've stripped it all right the way to the top, and it comes all the way down to here. Now, I got them mixed up. So I followed one up, from up there, put my hand on the wrong cable, went down, right, that's that one, I thought it goes to this one here. So I stripped it up there so I could bend the cords. Turns out it was this one down here. I know it's not the worst thing anyone's ever done, but it's nice to try and keep the PVC all the way, the outer or the inner PVC all the way down as far as possible. So it would have been good to have been about this level, and then the cords can bend round there. So just a little error. See this work of art? That's a steak and, what did he say it was? Oh, a steak. Bloody no, it's got carrots in it as well. And stout, that's it, steak and stout pie. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm not joking. It is one of the finest things I've ever eaten. Absolutely superb. Congratulations, fellas. Harkness Pies, I think the place is called. In Stockbridge, Edinburgh. So if you're around that way, search it up and get yourself there, because... And I had a chicken, bacon and leek pie, but a little tiny one. And that was lovely as well, but it wasn't as good as that. Anyway, I'm having a quick break because I didn't have much to eat last night, and if you don't have much to eat and you're fasting, you tend to be starving, so I am starving. I'm going to have this and then get back at it. I'll show you what I got up to when I get back up there. Right, there's a problem. It happened on that one, and it happened on that one, and it's happened on the rest of them. See this? Like, there. I put my hand in that, it's full. Right? And what is happening is, put the bolt in, like that. And then, like, I can't, not so much with the front ones, but I'm doing it on this one so you can see. If it was the back one, I can't hold the cable in place, get the nut on or not, so it's just a little bit of a hint and a tip. So you're not struggling trying to hold the cable in place, keep the bolt from falling out, and get the nut and washer on the front of it, right? So let's see if I can show you. Right then. So this is to stop the bolt turning. Stick it in there. Where's my nut? That one. There's the... Right. So we put this, can you imagine it is the back one, right? This one is relatively easy, but it's easy to see at the front. So if it was the back one, you've got the bolt in, but I've got the nut and the washer in my hand. Now I'm trying to put it in there, and every time I touch it, that bolt pushes back over like that one just has. So the way to do it, way to combat that, put it in. Now, I can do it here. I can get my hand on and I can get the nut on. But let's imagine it is this back one. There's no way that I can do that two hands. Two hands aren't going in there. Absolutely no way. So, what we do, you put the tension on that bolt by using this plate, and then that won't move. Look, I can push that and it won't move. So that goes on and that goes on. Now, like I said, that was easy, but imagine it being this back one here and there's no way. You've got these two, even if that cable wasn't in, you've got those two bits of copper to try and get your hand. Nah, not happening. So that's just a little tip to stop you faffing about. Put your bolt in, put the tension on the plate, tension on the bolt, and you can put your nut on without it spinning, and then you can get a spanner in or whatever you're going to do. Right, there's the job done. Termination's in there. There's a 70mm, which is that one there, which says EV charger on it. We haven't got the lugs for it, and it goes into that bottom one there, so that's ready to go. But they've just given me this. This tool. I've never seen one before. So he said, do you think you'd be able to like use this? I was like, yeah mate, no problem. Like, so what do you do with it? What's the instructions and that? He goes, oh no, so you got this lad, and this lad come and showed me. I'll show you it now. It's quite interesting. So he said, you get hold of it like this, and then you like move it across the floor. Give it a go, I don't know. So if you push it like this. I'll be honest with you, I prefer the other way, where you just walk away and someone else cleans it up. Yeah, I don't like this bit. I don't like this way of doing it. I don't think I'll be using this anymore. I don't like these. Not the best tool.